Okay, killing us. All these great statements that you have on your walls that we are seeing. It's Rob and Liz, his morning crew on his radio. Liz just started thinking one day when you brought your mom home and she came.
Yes.
She came out of the restroom,
Right.
and you have this thing about going potty on the wall. What was it?
That's not it. It was something that Taylor had given me, and it said, "First my mother, forever my friend." And when she gave it to me, of course, it meant so much, and I cried. But I haven't seen it in a while. As in, it's been wallpaper, like you said. I've just not noticed it. So that's what made us start thinking. My mom saw it. She brought my attention back to it. So I saw it with new eyes. Debbie shared what she has hanging up in her house. It says, "In this house we do," and then there's a list of different things that they do. Second chances, I'm sorry's, hugs.
Ooh.
We do family. We do real. And it goes on and on. We do grace.
That's so good.
I want to find a copy of that.
Me too.
That's a good one.
I want to put that right up in front of my face wherever I am. I need multiple copies, please. Okay, Diane's along with us. What is it for you, Diane? What do you have up there on that wall?
I have a picture of the ultrasound that my daughter gave me when she found out she was pregnant with my grandson. And I still have it up on my refrigerator. He's now 2.5 years old. And someone asked me the other day why I still had the ultrasound of a child who was 2.5. And I said, I have it there to remind me that when she told me she was pregnant, that was how she announced it. She put the ultrasound on the refrigerator. And I was just going about my morning, getting coffee, doing the things I do, and totally missed that the picture was on the refrigerator. So I keep it there now to remind me not to get so distracted by the daily things that we do every day that you miss life-changing things that are right in front of you.
So true. But I'm curious now, when did you finally see it for the first time?
So she had put it up there they were visiting. They live out of town. And she had put it up there in the morning, and they just waited and waited and waited for me to see it. And I didn't see it, and they finally had to go and put it in a picture frame and give it to me, so I saw it then. So I completely missed it in the just the morning routine of doing the everyday morning things. I just missed something that has now changed my life forever.
His morning crew.
Do you have any of those maybe signs or plaques around your house?
Oh, all over, yeah.
Okay, or in your office that are words of encouragement type things?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
My wife makes sure of it.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of us decorate with those type things. So I had something happen yesterday, and I have quite a few of those around the house. But one of them is in our bathroom downstairs, and Taylor had given it to me a couple of years ago, and it says, "First my mother, forever my friend."
Oh, that's sweet.
Right, super sweet. And of course, when she gave it to me, I was just a jumble of tears and, happy tears and all that. But she gave it to me a couple of years ago, and I honestly don't see it anymore. You know what I mean? Like you walk past it and it's
wallpaper.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So my mom, who's going on vacation with us, she came over to visit. She came out of our bathroom last night, and she was a jumble of tears. She said, "I love your plaque." That's it. So it made me, I was like, "What are you talking about?" So I went in, I was like, "Oh, yeah." And I saw it kind of with fresh eyes. I saw it again for the first time. It was like, I wish I paid more attention. And so I started walking around the house taking pictures of those words of encouragement so that I did see them again. Like we've got one in the kitchen, and it says, "The will of God will not take you where the grace of God will not protect you."
That's good.
Yeah. And that was right before my daughter was going on her year-long mission trip. I went into a store and I saw that one. It just pierced me right through the heart. And I was like, "Oh, I have to buy this right now."
So it's like you're rediscovering all these things, especially in the middle of what we're going through,
Right. But it was because my mom had not seen them or had not seen them in a long time. And so it was new to her. It was then new to me.
So it became fresh again and meaningful again.
Yeah, you got one of those?
I have a man cave one.
Okay.
Now, I'm confident in a lot of things that I do.
Mm-hmm.
When I do this, I'm confident. But when it comes to myself, I have a lot of, I don't have a lot of self-confidence.
Sure.
I trash myself a lot, sadly. And so a friend gave me this, and it's in my man cave, if I can call it that. And it says, "You can't start the next chapter of your life if you keep," this is the part that gets me, "rereading the last one." That's pretty powerful.
God is putting it behind you. Why are we still holding on to it?
I know. It's so easy too, isn't it? You shouldn't. I shouldn't. So how about one of those sayings? Let's talk about your home.
Yeah.
How about one of those things that's on your wall? It's become an afterthought after you hung that thing and what used to mean something, and maybe it's just become more meaningful to you at this moment.
Yeah.
You're remembering it. Here's the number. It's 800-447-7234. We'd love to hear from you.
His morning crew.
If you would, start thinking about those sayings that you have that are like hanging up in the house. And during this time of COVID and quarantine, maybe those statements and those sayings may bring you a little bit of new meaning right now. It's Rob and Liz, His Radio, 800-447-7234. We're getting quite a few texts that are coming in. But Ian,
I love
one
this.
of our video producers, okay, you've got to bring to light. Let me tell you, before he shares, I really think that what is on Ian's wall, is this in your kitchen?
Yeah. it's our
Okay,
kitchen.
this is in his kitchen. This is just gonna make your life. And I think you just might change today for the better.
Possibly.
You might change for the better.
It's profound.
Very profound, very, very deep. So Ian, if you would, share that saying that is on your kitchen wall.
On our kitchen wall, we have this big metal sign that says, "Get your fat pants ready."
I like it.
Get your fat pants ready.
That's just a little thing that's been a constant thing with my family. Whenever we get home from a long day of work or a long day of school, and like we're still hanging out in our work clothes or in our blue jeans, my mom's just like, "Well, go into your room and get your fat pants on."
Hey, we about to grub.
Hey,
We
there it
are
is.
about to grub.
Dinner's getting on the table. There we go.
like it.
So we're getting some good texts at 800-447-7234.
Sandy said she has a sign that says wise men still seek him, and it was given to her by a close friend because her friend knew how much that would mean to her.
That's great.
I like that.
Sandy, you've got great friends.
Good friend, yeah.
That's so amazing. We heard from Diana as well. Here's what's lying on or up on her living room wall. It says,
Yep.
only God. Wait a minute, I think I wrote this wrong. Where's
Only God can turn a mess
Thank you, yeah.
into a message.
it reminds her that God always gives hope.
And man, that especially in the living room, because I don't know about you, I have a lot of mess in my living room a lot of times, and I need a message out of that sometimes.
Here's what I wrote.
No.
So I butchered it. Only God a mess into a message. What does that mean? Only God a mess. What?
That's a different sermon. I don't know.
That's just wrong. What's up with me? What about you? 800-447-7234.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
I love seeing some of the entries that have been coming in for Summer Fun Fridays on His Radio. Hi, I'm Rob Dempsey. That's Liz Riles. We are His morning crew. Someone's going to win a backyard movie kit today. And then we've got one more next week that we're giving away, so you might as well register now. We heard from Jeb.
Yeah, Jeb said one of his best summer memories is hanging out with his son fishing, and it looks like, because they sent us that picture, they shared the picture, what are there, about 6 or 7 fish on the line?
Oh, more than that.
Maybe? Okay.
I see 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Almost looks like 10 that are
Maybe.
on the line of that little guy's that he's holding.
Yeah, and he's maybe 5 or 6 years old. It looks like probably closer to 5, but yeah, he is just beaming. Like, the smile is getting there, and his little cheeks, he is just so happy. And, I know it's about the fish, but probably so much more about hanging out with Dad
Oh,
and
that's
getting
the
to do
memory.
it.
Absolutely. I love these summer memories that people are sharing. I don't know if you've shared yours or not yet, but do so when you go online to hisradio.com. Text the word summer to 800-447-7234. That's the word summer. Don't put anything else. You don't need to put an exclamation point.
A period, nothing.
No essay after that, although we love you, but we can't get you that link you need. Summer at 800-447-7234. Or if you have the app, just tap on Summer Fun Fridays. We have it there for you right on the My His Radio app. And again, this is the last Friday and the last weekend that you can register for this to win those backyard movie kits we have to give away.
That's right, because we're giving one away this morning, one next Friday as well, and then we're done.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
So the cutest thing happened earlier this week. It was the Queen of England, Queen Elizabeth II, and her daughter, Princess Anne. Now, the Queen is 94, Princess Anne. They were shooting a documentary. Princess Anne turned 70.
Okay.
Basically.
Wow, really?
Right, yeah.
I think of her as a little girl.
I know. So they were on a Zoom call, and they were supposed to have 4 other participants. It was just like when you and I are having a Zoom call with the office or with our friends or Bible study group, whatever. Somebody's camera's not working. Somebody else has their microphone muted. The queen had all this extra space above her head, and so she looked like a toddler sitting in a chair.
A little tiny head and all this room.
Right. And her daughter said, "Do you see 6 people on your screen?" And the queen's like, "No, I see 4." And it was just it was very relatable because we've all been there. Somebody hasn't turned their camera on or whatever.
I was on a Zoom call yesterday.
Yeah?
As a matter of fact, yesterday afternoon.
How'd it go?
Somebody could not get in. And then they wound up getting 2 computers, and one of them wound up working. No, there was her phone. So they wound up signing on their phone.
Yeah.
There was one guy that would not show themselves until the very last 5 minutes.
That's weird.
Because I kept going, "Hey, just turn on your camera." "Nope, not going to turn on the camera." I go, "Okay, well, we'll just continue on."
He hadn't gotten dressed. I
Well,
guess.
here's the thing.
Oh.
Last 5 minutes, all of a sudden, boom, there showed up on the screen. I said, "What'd you do? Put your shirt on?" He goes, "Yep, pretty much."
Like, what? I mean, I got to host a gala that was supposed to be in person before all of this started. It was about a month ago. And it was supposed to be a really dress-up formal event. So I dressed formal, waist up. And then I had on sweatpants.
Sweatpants.
I mean, I was at home.
That's
It was
funny.
in the evening. And I did my hair. The makeup was all good. But we had a good time. But we still had some of those, okay, your microphone's not on. We can't hear you.
Yeah, that's Zoom, isn't it?
Yeah, or a pet starts barking
It can
or
be
whatever.
so awkward.
Yeah.
Very awkward. Okay. You may have gone through some kind of Zoom, Teams, whatever meeting. Now they're doing them on Facebook.
Yes.
Facebook does that thing too. So do tell. Share your awkward or most interesting moments.
Yeah, fun,
something that made you
interesting.
laugh now at 800-447-7234. It's His Morning Crew.
His Morning Crew.
So good to have your company, thinking about Zoom calls or whatever you've been doing some of your meetings on. Because, hey, listen, there's always awkward moments. It's very, very weird at times.
It is. We had our dog jump on the roof during a Zoom call.
I remember
with
that.
you and
That was just crazy. We even heard from Dale at 800-447-7234.
He said every time he gets on a Zoom call, the train comes through. He must live in my town because that happens, all the time. Said everybody hears the whistle, and there's always a pause in the conversation when he's on his Zoom call.
He must be really. Dale, you've got to be close to the train tracks.
Have to be if you hear
it. If they
it.
hear it and everybody stops talking, it's like, all right, whatever.
We got a text also from Elizabeth and Catherine. They said for church they do Zoom meetings, and one time this person was getting up. They were starting to leave the Zoom call, but they were going to come back, I guess. Maybe we were on the restroom or whatever. Started playing with their pet and never came back to the call.
Forgot they were on Zoom?
Said we could see her the whole time. We don't think she knew that her camera was on.
Oh, that's crazy.
Well, at least, she was playing with the dog or the cat. So that's a good thing. Y'all got a little entertainment, little show.
The weirdest would be if you hear a toilet flush in the background. That would be.
You don't want that.
No. 800-447-7234, His Morning Crew.
Rob and Liz.
His Morning Crew.
Last year, we never said Zoom out of our mouths, but now it's like a common practice, right?
No, I wish I'd have bought some stock in Zoom or something.
I'm telling you, it's Rob and Liz, His Morning Crew, His Radio, talking about those awkward moments that you had in Zoom. And come on, face it, whether it's Teams or you create a room on Facebook,
Right.
You've had those video meetings, at least one, somewhere along the line in the past 1,800 days that we've been in quarantine.
1,800 days.
Seems like it.
It does.
Gee whiz.
We had a church service where there was like a choral special music moment, and a cat was part of it.
Oh yeah.
Because they were filming, and the cat just kept, getting up, jumping up in the girl's lap. So
Those are cool.
I
The way
like
they produce
that.
those and the
Yeah.
voices just match and the music is so great. Chris is along with us at 800-447-7234. Do tell, Chris, what happened with that Zoom of yours?
Well, I'll tell you, I'm new at Zoom, and I had a call recently that had to do with a very important call. It had to do with COVID-19 and our plans and our company plans. And there was like 200 people on the call. I had these 2 people staring at me on my computer, or staring at me, but 2 people on the other side that were
instead of the presentation. And so I'm looking to try, and I'm hearing about this chat, and I'm like, how do I get this chat? And I just start pushing buttons at the bottom. And then after a few minutes, I hear my name really loud by the person who's hosting the Zoom say, well, your desktop is showing, you need to remove it.
Chris, what was on your screen?
Well, thank goodness it was just my desktop and all the work I was working on and the emails that I got. So it wasn't anything confidential, but it was like they saw my name really big up there. I'm like, oh, they think I'm an idiot. And so I just real quick went off. And, of course, some of my bosses were on there, and I'm like, oh, no, my bosses, oh, no.
It's a good thing you were like surfing on Facebook or something, looking for the next vacation on Airbnb.
But I love that she was just, I'm out. I'm done. I can't.
You were just gone, weren't you, Chris?
Yeah.
Mornings with Rob and Liz.
Here's some good news if Alzheimer's is a part of your family. 'Cause that's something nobody ever wants to go through.
So hard.
It becomes so heartbreaking for families because it's like they're leaving. They're here, but they're not present.
Right.
And it's just so tough. And so there's this breakthrough.
Oh, good.
This is really, really good news, it looks like, when it comes to a breakthrough for Alzheimer's. So researchers, they did this publication just a couple of days ago. And they were talking about the reveal of this chemical called oxytocin.
Okay.
And this chemical, it's known for activating. I don't know how all this works, so if I'm butchering this and you're in the medical field, please just kind of bear with me. But it's the cuddle hormone. And this cuddle hormone is very therapeutic, especially when it comes to the cognitive disorders, then dementia that happens when Alzheimer's starts to kick in somebody's life. And so here's what they've been doing. They've been doing trials on mice, and they've noticed it's working.
Oh, wow.
And that's giving some people some hope here. And so are they releasing this thing to people tomorrow? No, it's not that close, but it seems like there's going to be some hope for this thing in the near future. But their first step is to do some more research, and so it'll be on living animals, and then they'll move to humans because they need some more testing. But they're very hopeful that this is going to work when it comes to those who have to deal with Alzheimer's.
So I guess it, elongates their life. Can be elongated anyway.
Yeah.
But they're losing some of those faculties, I guess, a little quicker. So is that what it does? It keeps those around longer? I don't know.
They just say there's hope. And so
which is always great.
My thought is the memory.
Right.
You know, it's just horrible to walk through that with somebody, you know?
That to me seems to be, and I don't have anyone in my family that's going through it, but that seems to be one of the hardest things that family members have to deal with is I'm going to see mom, I'm going to see dad, and they don't know me.
Yeah, that's,
and,
how horrible.
Or they forget who they are or how old they are, and it's just sad to see. But what I love about that story is it's the cuddle hormone, which tells me love conquers all.
Yep.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And, okay, stop. Wow.
Are you about to cry?
I'm just overwhelmed by it.
It is, yeah. So it's nice to see when you hear that could be a reality and you're dealing with that for so long. It's like, let's bring it on. Start doing those trials and let's see what can happen here.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
It's going to be some good news for somebody just after 8 in about an hour from now that's going to win that backyard movie kit and a family adventure for Summer Fun Fridays on His Radio. Oh, by the way, this is one of the last ones we're giving away.
Yeah, next to last.
So right now, today and throughout this weekend, one of the last opportunities you have, if you haven't already, to register for the Summer Fun Fridays.
Yeah, so you can do it right now. Text in the keyword summer to 800-447-7234. HisRadio.com, the His Radio app. Lena did this. She went ahead and registered. Now, she hasn't won, but she is in the running, and she shared one of her favorite summer memories, just going to the beach. She said they socially distanced. They were safe with their family, but they had been at home since March, like most of us, and they just had to get out and get a memory. So
good for them.
Yeah.
For creating a memory like that.
Exactly.
So we do have an adventure we're giving away this morning, along with that backyard movie kit, you know, the projector, the screen, and the tabletop popcorn maker. So go ahead and text Summer right now so you have an opportunity to win. 800-447-7234.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
I've been thinking a lot about our teachers.
Yeah.
Because school's getting ready to start up. We don't really know what it's going to look like. I mean, in my family, we're preparing for virtual. We're hoping that he goes.
Yeah, eventually we'll get back in the classroom.
Yeah, and so it's like prepare for the worst and hope for the best kind of a thing.
Yeah, always and
that's
all.
kind of what we're doing with the school,
Yeah.
believe it or not. I hate to put it that way. It's Rob and Liz on his radio. And then the teachers that are working so hard. And then I hear about this guy named Zane who decides he wants to feed his class or his school.
Right.
And he packed 85 lunches a day.
Yeah. And he walked them all to where they needed to go. So he's an elementary school teacher. This is in England, calls it primary school. But he had a couple of agendas, and they were good agendas. He wanted to see his kids. He missed his kids. But he also wanted to check on them because he wasn't so sure that because they weren't at school, getting that school lunch, that they were getting anything nutritious to eat. So he just did it himself.
Now, I don't know if you heard Liz, but he walked. He walked 7.5 miles. He packed, get this, 85 lunches a day. Try to visualize what walking with 85 lunches looks like. So he has a couple of backpacks, one on the back of him. He straps one on the front of him. He's got black paper bags.
Yeah, like
on.
trash bags almost.
Sometimes he'll dress really odd.
Costuming.
Just to make the kids laugh and not know
little.
what to expect.
Right.
So he would do that. So far, he's covered about 7,500 packed lunches that he's done. And he's totaled walked about 600 miles altogether.
Yeah. He said it was totally exhausting, which you can imagine. But he also said it was totally worth it, getting to see the kids, getting to know that they were taken care of. But, like I've always said, if it's not hard, it's almost not worth doing. You get that payoff from, I've done a good thing, I've done a good job.
Yeah, Mr. Powell, right?
Yeah.
Mr. Powell's did that.
Yeah.
What a great teacher. And a good Get in Shape program.
Exactly. 85 pounds a day, yeah.
His morning crew.
Just too excited. Got a call now. I cannot wait another minute. This is for the Backyard Movie Kit, Summer Fun Fridays, a family adventure that we're giving to some family right now on his radio.
Oh, I hope they're there.
It's Rob and Liz. It's been ringing way too long.
Kind of. It feels like it.
I think we're going to go to voicemail now.
Hello.
Hi, Jessica. It's Rob and Liz at his radio.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, we noticed that you put an entry in for Summer Fun Fridays to win that Backyard Movie Kit and the family adventure.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you said that you've been in your apartment for 16 months.
Yes, sir.
That's your first apartment, right?
First apartment, yes.
How's it been so far in your first ever digs?
It's been good. It's been challenging, but it's been good.
What makes it challenging?
Well, just having to get different stuff up, furniture, and just trying to get the groove of everything.
You said you like to spend a lot of time outside with the kids during summer.
Yes. So that's pretty much the only time we have to hang out.
What have you been doing?
Well, this year we went to the lake. We've tried to stay inside, other than all this stuff going on, but we've went to the lake and just swimming, different stuff like that.
You know what I think would be cool? That you would take your brand new movie projector and screen and tabletop popcorn maker and then just have a great backyard movie for all the kids in the apartment complex.
Oh, that would be great.
Because it's yours. You won.
Oh, I don't know what to say. Thank you.
How many kids do you have, Jessica?
I have 2.
What is the first movie you think you guys are going to watch in the backyard? Just
Oh
your
my
family.
gosh, I don't know. The kids have been real big into this Trolls movie. Trolls and Frozen.
So like a Trolls and Frozen dance party right there in the backyard with the
Yes.
popcorn.
You know what I'm thinking, too? You guys need some kind of adventure together. Kind of get away from the apartment for a little bit. So how about a nice River Island adventure in Myrtle Beach for you and the kids?
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Yeah. You know what goes with that? You get to go kayaking, inner tubing. I mean, they have all kinds of activities there.
Oh, wow. Yes, thank you.
You sound like you're in shock.
I am. It means a lot. I didn't think I was going to get to go on vacation. So, like I said, it's been kind of a struggle trying to get everything going. It's just taken some time, knowing that I'll be able to spend time with the family and the kids and
share it with other people as well, that's a God thing.
Well, thanks to Eugenia Bentley Mortgage Team, you have that backyard movie kit for your family. You've got that trip that you're going on now. Ah, so good. I'm so glad that you won.
And I almost wish we had a little window to be able to see her tell her kids what's happening.
It's going to be so much fun.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, Jessica, you're a great mom. You deserve this. Congratulations for winning.
Mornings with Rob and Liz.
I saw this story about Dana McSwain in Charlotte, and I was just absolutely inspired. It's Rob and Liz on his radio. Turns out, and she had no idea that this was going to happen because there is absolutely no family history of cancer in her family. And all of a sudden, she's diagnosed with stage 2 cancer. And not just stage 2 cancer, but it also spread to her lymph nodes.
Right.
So she's in chemotherapy right now. And with chemotherapy comes the loss of the hair.
Yeah.
And so she decided she was going to shave her head completely, and then she felt herself very frustrated.
She did. I mean, you see your pictures, and it's not the image that you have in your mind of yourself. And I can see it's very depressing that you go through this. So she was really frustrated, and she put this out on social media. And another woman saw this. Just so happened.
She could not find the wig that would fit her. She's like, this doesn't look good. This doesn't look good. This is not me. Now, one thing I read, she appears to be a very confident woman to me.
Yeah,
Dana,
sure.
very confident. But when you're going through this journey and chemotherapy is hard in itself, and she's just shaved her head. She's trying to find the right wig. She just couldn't find the right wig. And then that post on that Facebook group.
Yeah, where she let out her frustrations, and another lady saw it who happened to be the mom of the daughter who was friends with Dana's daughter.
Oh, great.
So their kids are friends. The mom saw it and she thought, you know what? I've got this super long hair. Like, I think it was down to her waist or something. She said, I can help her. And she donated her own hair. She had it cut. She donated it. They made a wig out of her hair.
Hers
Yeah.
and 7 people altogether. It's so crazy because 5 women who didn't really know each other that well got together, donated their hair along with a 7-year-old girl.
And gave the ponytail.
Yeah, isn't
That
that
was super
beautiful?
cool. Yeah. That's cool. And so they had a wig made for Dana. And it's been on social media this week of Dana getting that wig, trying it on for the first time. And the hair's beautiful. Obviously, it's human hair. But she puts it on, puts a baseball cap over the top of it, and nobody would know the difference that it wasn't her own.
Looks amazing. And you can tell how emotional she's getting from this as well. I mean, the hands over the mouth and the nose is just like, this is just so great.
Yeah.
So people who care so much.
Right.
That just wanted to do something.
Yeah.
All got together. Even the 7-year-old wrote a little note with a ponytail for her.
I mean, and you grow, I know a lot of people that grow their hair out and then they donate it, and they do this several times throughout their lifetime. But these were women who really had never done this before. And they all came together to help a woman in need.
Wow. Dana, there's a lot of love. And know this, you're within the sound of our voice in Charlotte on his radio. We love you, and we're praying for you, young lady.